Sushmita, you can begin.
Yes.
Hello. Good afternoon and welcome everyone. I am Dr. Sushmita Nair, postgraduate student from the Department of Practice of Medicine, Government Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Bengaluru. Welcoming you all for today's session. It's a great immense pleasure and warmth to greet all the participants for today's webinar. It gives me tremendous contentment to welcome you all among the most esteemed personalities. I heartily welcome our today's eminent speaker, Dr. N. Madan, who have joined us to share his knowledge and vast experience with us on this digital platform. Before we begin this webinar, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who sincerely committed to this event. This event would have been impossible without your support. For those of you just joining us, welcome. Distinguished participants, I am here to welcome you all for today's webinar on the topic Different Approaches for the Selection of Medicine and Methods to Easy Understanding of Materia Medica. This is the part of online webinar series conducted by Government Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Bengaluru under the guidance of our beloved principal, Dr. V. Guru Prasad. A recorded version of this webinar will be available on our college website. We would love to hear you all during question and answer session. Now I would like to hear Dr. Hiranmai to welcome our today's speaker. Over to you, Dr. Hiranmai.
Good afternoon, everyone. Dr. N. Madan, son of Sri V. M. Deshikar and late Srimati Radhamani, joined APS High School in the year 1961, came out with the BSc degree in CBZ in 1978. Then he did his BHMS degree in homeopathy from E.M. Sheikh Homeopathic Medical College, Belgaum. He started his homeopathic career as a physician under the able guidance of late Dr. A.V. Krishnamurthy sir in Ashwini Homeo Clinic, DVG Road, Basangudi, Bangalore. He shifted his practice to his own premises on November 2nd, 1996 in BSK First State, 2nd Block, Banshankari, and running it in the name of Ashwini Homeo Clinic in the loving memory of his guru, A.V. Krishnamurthy. He completed his MD degree in 2007 from Kshirasagar Homeopathic Medical College, Bid, Maharashtra, affiliated to the Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University. He then joined Bhagwan Buddha Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital as a lecturer from 2007 till 2001. Then he continued as an assistant professor till 2013. Then he got promoted to the professor and HOD of Department of Surgery till 2020. After retirement, he also teaches students in the college hospital. Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences has conferred Professor Emeritus in Homeopathy to Dr. N. Madan. Sir has attended many conferences as a resource person. He is an eminent homeopathic practitioner, seeing more than 150 patients a day, having more than 30 years of experience. He has trained many young doctors and is still passing his immense knowledge to many students. We are glad to have you today on this webinar, sir. I request you to take over the session, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Hiranmai.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's of great pleasure to have a chance to share my experience with you all, so that you should able to handle your cases still better, who are now evolving as budding doctors. One thing, the purpose of taking this, I hope you are hearing me. The purpose of taking this matter as for the web is that many times I have seen with the students that when they come from the conference, they come out with utter confusion, because in the conference, they see many doctors' success from repertorization, many doctors' success from treating the patient on mental basis, and so on. So the students get the confusion that which one to pick up. So to solve this confusion, I decided I should take this. This lesson, or rather this factor, as today's topic. One thing is, before I go to the different approaches, I feel it is better to make you understand how to easy comprehension of our materia medica. The students feel difficult because the moment they come to the college or when their materia medica class starts, they open the Boric book. It is a description and it is the book for reference after you start practicing for minimum 3 years. The difficulty in understanding the drugs, because for us everything looks similar. Even I started understanding materia medica after my senior doctor's guidance, after reading the preface and introduction of Dr. Farrington. Even he says you must be like a shepherd. For us to look all the sheep alike, but the shepherd knows which sheep is missing by its salient feature. Similarly, all the drugs has the nucleus. Suppose, let us say, an animal is barking outside. You don't say it is cat, you say it is dog, because the barking is the salient feature of the dog. Similarly, all the drugs has its nucleus. From that nucleus, you can easily understand that this is the drug the patient is expressing. To understand this nucleus, read the preface and introduction of all the materia medica. Then read one drug in Nash, same drug in Kent, same drug in Farrington. Then first Nash, Farrington, Kent, then Clark and Murphy and other materia medica. Last is Boric. So that by the time you finish one drug in these books, you will understand the nucleus of that drug, which will help you to understand that drug and you can see the same thing with the patients. So to easy understanding of the drug is read in this order so that you can easily see those drugs when you walk on your road. And the understanding of the drug and the drug picture, we could make out from another small book called as The People of the Materia Medica World by Gladwin. She has written how each patient behavior. So by reading that also, you will be able to visualize your Materia Medica while reading. And also The Miracles of Healing by Ellis Barker, which also gives you a firm confidence in your system. So this is the easy method of understanding each drug. And when you see two similar drugs, you try to see the differentiation. And when you remember the differentiation, and when you see the differentiation in the patient, it is easy to prescribe the medicine. And it is easy to understand your Materia Medica. That is one thing. The other thing is, as I told you now, different approaches. When the different approaches, what we have seen is, one is on the basis of repertory. Make a habit of doing a manual repertorization at least minimum for 5 years. When you do this manual repertorization, you will get acquainted both with the drug as well as the symptoms and the depth of that symptom in that particular drug. So by doing the repertorization, you will see many other drugs also. Then develop the curiosity of knowing what this drug, what it is made from. If it is an animal, what is its behavior? What is its habitat? If it is a plant, what is its natural order? Where does it grow? What is its behavior? All these things gives you a clue to the selection of our medicine. So one by one, I gradually go through. The purpose of developing these other approaches is, in the beginning, when we studied, we started doing the repertory. After taking the proper case history, of course, case history is already taught to you, and the proper case history is always better. After taking the proper case history, by selecting the PQRS symptoms plus modalities. So as we know, while taking the case history, we take duration, location, sensation, modality, concomitant, causation, and mentals. By doing all these things, when we repertorize, we get some polycrest. After prescribing those polycrest also, many times we were finding that there was failure in the improvement. Then we started thinking and we started seeing the other approaches also in a different cases. I don't say that this is the case history, this is the case, these are the repertory page numbers, and these are the symptoms selected, and this is the medicine indicated, because this everyone can do. But when this also fails, what to do next? That's one thing. And what cases you get and what cases I get, both are different. So naturally, when I teach you how to approach each cases, on this basis, you may get a different idea to select your medicine. So the other thing is, one is on the basis of repertory.
Sir, can you kindly switch on slideshow, sir? Can you switch on the slideshow, sir?
Slide?
Slideshow, a full screen.
Yes,
of
please.
the
Are you not getting the slideshow?
It's coming. It's there in a normal mode. Can you just click on the slideshow mode, sir?
Sure, sure. Slideshow, you want it? Is it ready?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay?
Done, sir. Done.
Thank you. So another is the basis of allergy also we started prescribing. I will explain you these things in future slides while showing how we select this on the basis of mentality, on the basis of applied materia medica. That means what we read, what is the case before you, and how can we apply the knowledge that what you have can be converted to the prescription on the basis of natural order of the plant, because this is also more important. Many times I have seen the students have not seen from which material it is made. Once I asked the student, have you seen granatum? Because they said granatum is granite stone. It's not granite stone, it is the pomegranate. So if we know what granite, we can make use of that in the hernia cases where there is a severe hernia pain. If they chew few seeds of pomegranate and drink a small tumbler of water, that brings down their pain in hernia on the basis of natural order of the plant. So it's always better you understand the natural order of plant, and when you don't get one medicine of that group, you can also select the other group. Like in one case, when the patient had rang me up in 12 o'clock in the night with the severe vomiting, I had to give, on the basis of symptoms, I had to give the patient Ipecac. But where to find the Ipecac at 12 o'clock in midnight? That patient had rang me up from Bombay. Then I told her the Ipecac and coffee both belongs to the natural order Rubiaceae. I told them you take a drop of coffee decoction, add it to half liter of drinking water bottle, shake it well, and rather bang on some soft surface so that it get potentized. And to give one sip every 10 minutes. In 1 hour, vomiting stopped, queamishness stopped, and the baby slept well. So because of, we knew that the two natural order, if you read Farrington, he says, two drugs of the same natural order has similar actions. So on that basis, we had seen that it has started working. On this basis only, I made another branch as how to convert your kitchen into pharmacy. From that, the raw material that we get in our kitchen could be converted to the medicines immediately, and that is helping the patients. The other one is on the basis of doctrine of signature. As you have seen, the many drugs, or the doctrine of signature is nothing but what you simulate in the natural order and the nature. When it is matched, that can cure the condition. And on the basis of laboratory reports also, laboratory reports, investigations, on this basis also, we can prescribe the medicine. As if of late, what we are seeing is most of the cases, what we are getting the viral infection. In some cases, on doing the CBC plus ESR, we are seeing platelet is coming down. Because of the platelet, there is an extreme weakness where Crotalus horridus is helping the patients. In some cases, there is increased the total count. That is, it has gone up to even 27,000, where it has to be below 11,000. In such conditions, if you read Benzenum in boric, he says increased white blood corpuscles and decreased red blood corpuscles. On that basis, after prescribing Benzenum, we are seeing the infection is coming down and the patient is improving. So we are prescribing only on the basis of the laboratory reports. And in some cases, we are seeing lymphocytes is coming down. It is the arsenicum iodatum which has the affinity in correcting the either increased lymphocytes or decreased lymphocytes. On that basis, of late, with this same viral infection, we are seeing the lymphocytes is coming down. On this basis, we saw that after prescribing the arsenicum iodatum, patients are improving. Second one is on the basis of what other systems of medicine prescribe. Also, we are prescribing because in one case of post-herpetic neuralgia, we had seen after prescribing on the basis of symptoms, there was no improvement. But when we see other system of medicine, particularly allopathy system of medicine, they prescribe anticonvulsive drugs. Then we thought, why we should not prescribe on that line itself? After prescribing Mellilotus, we found that there is a profound improvement with the post-herpetic neuralgia. So here, we prescribed our prescription on what other systems of medicine prescribe, on the basis of what observation and information we get. This is also more important. See, in one case, the patient has complained that the patient's complaint aggravate on taking non-vegetarian. Usually what we hear, your vitamin B12 is less because you don't take the non-vegetarian. That means the non-vegetarian can supply vitamin B12 and which is aggravating that patient. Immediately I asked my assistant doctor to check the family history that there must be a family history of cancer. On checking, she found that there were two sisters had cancer. That is because if you check the same vitamin B12 in cancer cases, their B12 increases more than 1,500, 2,000 like this, which is to be below 900. So it is aggravating means that there must be a tendency for cancer. So what we have heard, what we have observed, and how we can correlate with the case before us. So vitamin B12 contains cyanocobalamin, which contains cobalt. On that basis, after prescribing cobalt, we found that even after taking non-vegetarian, now the patient is comfortable. So here we picked up our prescription on the basis of observation and also the information that we got around us. So many times I hear the students say, oh, we are posted to allopathic hospitals. I said, why do you worry? There are so many things to learn everywhere. You must keep your eyes, mind, and ear open so that you can learn so many things. Any information is not a waste. So only thing is you must develop the habit of converting that information to our prescription. I hope I am clear so far.
Yes, sir.
So on the basis of repertory, I have told all these things we must do. Repertorization and therapeutic, both is an exercise. Like the defense people do the March fast every day. They do March fast because to develop the coordination between the body, mind, and the order. Without seeing the commander, whatever the commander gives the command, the body follows it. To develop that coordination between the body, mind, and the order, they do the March fast every day. Same way, even doing repertorization and therapeutic is an exercise which make you to develop your coordination with the symptom as well as the drugs. Remedies, that's what, while doing the repertorization, we see many things which will, many new drugs we come across, and then we start thinking why we should, On reading those drugs, we also develop the habit that why we have not tried this drug in some of the cases where we are failing. On the basis of allergy also, usually what happens, patient asks, so can we take this diet? Can we take that diet? See, dieting regarding, in my opinion, regarding diet, you cannot advise everything same to everyone because each one is different. But here we have got the benefit that whichever food disagrees with them will help us in selecting our medicine. See, in one case of asthma, the moment he gets severe wheezing, he must take a cup of ice cream, and eating the cup of ice cream, as the ice cream descends, he used to feel the relief with the asthma. So we cannot advise him not to take that, or we cannot advise the same thing to the other asthma patients where on seeing the ice cream shop itself, their wheezing starts. So here, this clue of getting relief from the ice cold water, or as the ice descends, the mephitis removed his asthma completely. Here, the diet which agreed with him helped. In another case, where there was a severe wheezing, the patient used to say, sir, even if you tie my eyes and feed me, the moment I eat, I can easily say that whether it contains lady's finger or not. So he had the allergy from the lady's finger. But we have got the Abel Moschus, which belongs to the Malvaceae family. If we don't have this, the other thing, the similar group is the Gossypium. After prescribing Gossypium, even after eating the lady's finger, now he is not getting wheezing. So his allergy gave us the clue for the selection of his medicine. So because it suited him, he completely could get rid of his wheezing. Like, see, in many times the milk we are seeing, by prescribing lac vaccininum defloratum, we could relieve the patients from getting into lactose intolerance. Of course, along with this, even the lactose intolerance could be corrected with Aethusa. In another case of paper allergy, we could prescribe Avena sativa, where the lady said, the moment I touch the paper, I develop the allergy and all my complaints come back. On this basis, we found, I had prescribed her Avena sativa, which removed her completely of her paper allergy, and she herself could clear the papers. The purpose of selecting Avena sativa was on the basis of natural order, because paper is prepared from the bamboo. Bamboo is the biggest grass on the earth. Grass belongs to the natural order Graminae. So Avena sativa also belongs to the natural order Graminae. On that basis, after prescribing Avena sativa, now the allergy to the paper got cleared. Now she is completely rid of her problem. Same way with the ragi, or particularly ragi and wheat. Wheat allergy, because it contains gluten, get cleared with Argentum nitricum. Whereas ragi, which also belongs to the Graminae family, after prescribing Avena sativa, the patient could get rid of the allergy from, or the constipation from ragi, and now the patient is comfortable with ragi. Egg allergy. Usually we see this with the children when they take egg cake or the ice cream prepared with egg. So after that, and also that too, particularly the children who come from America have more of this egg allergy. So the same medicine made from the egg is lecithin. After prescribing lecithin, basing on that, now the children are able to eat the food items that contain egg. As it milk allergy. In milk allergy, we have seen lac vaccinum defloratum. But in some cases, there is no allergy, but there is aversion towards the milk. So the smell of the milk, taste of the milk, they have the aversion. So when on that basis, we have prescribed, the lactose intolerant, we have prescribed the Homarus, which is made from the lobster. After prescribing Homarus, the parents started telling that they are able to drink plain milk without adding any flavor for it. After seeing this, the other allergy that you can see, that allergy you can correct is the prawn allergy, particularly Mangaloreans or non-vegetarians or the seafood who eat the prawn. After taking prawn, we were seeing started skin rashes on them, which got cleared after prescribing medicine on the basis of Homarus. The other thing, as we have seen, the lactose intolerance, where the children vomits, the curdled vomiting, and they cannot digest milk, could be corrected with Aethusa synapium. In some veterinary cases where the puppies were dying because of the lack of digestion from the mother's milk. After prescribing Aethusa synapium, we could see that the puppies could be survived. That's, as I told you, the Homarus can correct even the prawn allergy. Gluten allergy, which is our wheat product allergy, which is getting corrected with Argentum nitricum, where after prescribing Argentum nitricum, we see the gluten could be tolerated and even wheat products could not trouble the patients after prescribing Argentum nitricum. Allergic to synthetic materials. Here, we have used the applied materia medica method to correct this. You must have seen many times when the patient or when someone try to give a shake hand, the static electricity jumps from their hand and give them a shock. Or while getting up from the plastic chair, or even now when the summer starts, this electrostatic shocks are more. While trying to open their car door, the electrostatic shocks is transferred to their hands, and many times they have to take back their hands. In such conditions, if you read phosphorus, phosphorus can correct the electrical changes, effects of electrical changes. On that basis, we started giving phosphorus, and now they say they are able to open the door, that electrostatic shocks are less. And in one case where the child was not allowing her mother to wear any synthetic saree or synthetic dress, because on wearing that, the child used to get the shock severely. After prescribing phosphorus, even on wearing the synthetic material, we are seeing that the electrostatic production, shocks production in the patient has come down. Bindi allergy. You must have seen many have the bindi allergy. But invariably, after where there is bindi allergy, you inquire, they will be having the allergy to artificial ornamentation. It is a metal. Sometimes for the bindi, they add some metals to bring the color, which is bringing the rashes from keeping the bindi. But if you read Stanham, he says ear stud hole allergy. On that basis, we also saw that Stanham being a metal, so on prescribing Stanham met, we see their bindi allergy has come down, and the artificial ornamentation allergy has come down. And many times when they wear the artificial necklace that was bringing the allergy on the skin could be corrected with Stannum metallicum, but prescribed on the basis of ear stud hole allergy. Argentum metallicum has the one more ability of correcting or remyelinating the nerve cells. Usually they say once it is demyelinated, it cannot be remyelinated. But we have seen in multiple sclerosis cases where there is a demyelination, after prescribing Argentum metallicum, we could see that their MS symptoms started coming down. Even the neurologists were astonished to see the improvement and the improvement with the demyelination, where it started remyelinating. In one case of international conference where there was a combination of all systems of medicine, one Ayurvedic doctor was expressing that silver can remyelinate the sheath, which we found with our Argentum metallicum. Applied materia medica. While reading our materia medica, we come across many statements which can be applied to the case before us. For example, see, there is a sagging of the breast, sagging of the skin, and wrinkle of the face. If you read Bovista, what he says, blunt instrument leave a deep impression on the skin. So, when it is leaving a deep, blunt instrument leaving a deep impression on the skin means skin has lost its elasticity. So, we know that Bovista can bring the elasticity back. And after prescribing, we saw that the sagging of the breast, sagging of the arm or the skin in the posterior aspect of the brachium, and wrinkles could be corrected, where many times they give to remove the wrinkles in the face. There is a habit of giving the botulinum injection. But here we have seen after prescribing Bovista, we could correct the wrinkled face. And in one case where there was the liposuction of the abdomen, that sagging abdomen left as it is. With that, on that basis, we prescribed Bovista and we could see that sagged abdomen could come back and became normal. Sabadilla. If you read Sabadilla, he says, oversensitive to all the impressions like smell, scent, sandy stick. But we saw in some cases where the children has the aversion towards the smell of the curd, that sour curd, and aversion to the vegetables, vegetable taste and smell. We thought why we should not try this here, because we see it should remove the oversensitiveness to all the impressions, particularly the taste and the smell. After prescribing Sabadilla, we started seeing the children liking the curd as well as the vegetables. So it is prescribed on the basis of the oversensitiveness, what we read in book, and we could correct even these two. Sabadilla oversensitive to all external impressions like strong smell and taste. On that basis, borax in consumption. On reading, many infertility cases could be corrected by borax because the main nature of the borax is internal heat. It has when there is a stomatitis, it has the heat in the mouth. When there is leukorrhea, heat in the leukorrhea. When there is urine is very hot. And in some cases of infertility, on examining, their palms were very hot. And the husband used to complain that the vagina is very hot. So we thought this heat must be destroying the sperms. On that basis, after prescribing borax, we found that within 2-3 courses, the conception took place. So prescribed on the basis of its nature, what we read here and how we converted our knowledge into the case for the prescription in the case before us. Of late, now we are seeing the CBC and ES are done in the viral infections of late. We are seeing there is an increase in white blood corpuscles, as I already told you, which increases. Where the borax benzenum has the capacity to increase the total count. Only on that basis, after prescribing benzenum, the fever is coming down, infection is coming down, patient is improving. And also, if you read Boric, you see the formation of infarcts in guinea pigs. So we could see where there was a lacunar infarct, cardiac infarct, retinal infarct. After prescribing benzyl, the infarcts could be corrected. The number of lacunar infarcts started coming down. Even after taking the CT scan, the radiologists were astonished to see that the infarcts has reduced on comparing. Here we see, when we read the ECG, we prescribe on seeing the reports also. On seeing the ECG, we see the ST elevation. Where there is ST elevation is an indication of infarct. In such cases, we are seeing by prescribing benzenum, the ST elevation gradually coming to normal, infarct is reducing. And in some cases, we are seeing the ST depression. ST depression is an indication of ischemia. So, if you read Squilla Hart in Boric, he says it tones up the coronary arteries as well as the peripheral circulation. On prescribing Squilla, we are seeing their heart condition is improving. So even on the basis of these reports of ST elevation or ST depression and reading the ECG, we could prescribe either the benzenum or Squilla to the patient. Coccus cacti. Here, if you read Coccus cacti, he says cough ends in vomiting. But severe cough finally ends in vomiting and the cough also comes down. On this basis, many times we observed that when the children are forced feeding, there will be gagging and they vomit everything what all you fed. So many times the mother used to beat the children because it has vomited out, because the mother has forcefully fed the child because the mother also has to go to somewhere. And the children could not retain what all is fed. And finally, when it is forced fed in the end, they used to cough, gag, and vomit everything. On that basis, we saw the same, which cough ends in vomiting. We thought why we should not prescribe the Coccus cacti in such children where they gag and vomit. After prescribing Coccus cacti, we found the children, even on forced fed, there was no vomiting, no gagging, and the children could eat easily. Here also, if you read Boric, the Xerophilum, we see that the statement that they writes last letter of the word first. If you say THE, they write EHT. They write reverse. So if you must have seen Tare Zameen Par, where the child has the dyslexia. And here on seeing, this is the case where when I asked her to write 9, she used to write T. Instead of 10, 1. See, 7, she has written like this. So many times she used to write reverse. But on the basis of this statement, where they write the last letter first, it is an indication that there is a reverse mirror image in their mind. On that basis, after prescribing This is the result. You must have seen the father had written, "Respected sir," she wrote, "without anybody's assistance." This is the result after prescribing xerophilum. On the basis of that, the child is writing reverse. He don't say the dyslexia or writing reverse. He says they write the first letter, last letter first. That shows it is reverse. So only on that basis, the applied materia medica after trying xerophilum, this is the result. Decrease of there is no remedy. In some cases of cirrhosis of liver, we could see that there was portal hypertension and also the esophageal varices. So after seeing, if you read Boric, the aloes, he says there is no remedy richer in symptoms of portal congestion and none that has better clinical results both for primary and pathological conditions and secondary phenomena. Portal hypertension, esophageal varicosity, in cirrhosis of liver, Budd-Chiari syndrome. We could see that by prescribing aloes along with the indicated medicine for the liver, both worked complementary to each other and the patient's condition improved faster. So aloes has the capacity to correct the portal hypertension. Promotes the absorption of fragments of lens after surgery. Here, when you read Seneca, this is the statement that you see in Boric. But of late, the method of surgery is different. Here, they dissolve by the ultrasound. They make a small slit millimeter by the laser and insert a folded lens which will take walk-in and walk-out surgery within 8 minutes. Where earlier they used to block the whole area and fragments the crystalline lens and then insert the lens. In such conditions, some of the fragments of the lens used to remain in the eye and cause the problem. But of late, even after doing this method, new method, we are seeing in some cases in some patients, there was a difficulty in seeing things or there was a discomfort in their vision. But on examination, the ophthalmologist used to say everything is normal. But on this basis, after prescribing Seneca, we found their discomfort improved. But Seneca says only this, but this statement could be applied to the present day of eye problem where there is a still the vision is not clear after the new method of surgery. Aversion to write. This we are seeing in children of late. If you ask them, because of the impatience, you ask them everything, they will answer, but they don't sit and write. Many times parents has to go to their friend's house to get their diary recorded and their homework to note down their homework. After prescribing Squilla on the basis of aversion to write, we are seeing the children themselves are able to finish their homework, finish their diary in the school. But if you see this aversion to write in Squilla, Thea, and Hydrastis, these three are more indicated. In Squilla, the aversion to write because of the impatience, they are very intelligent. Because of impatience, they cannot write. In Thea, because of overconfidence, they can't write. In Hydrastis, their memory is very poor. If you teach them A, B, C, D, by the time you come to D, they forget A. So their memory is very short. In such conditions, Hydrastis will help in making them to write properly. And squilla, if you read boric, as I told you, squilla in coronary artery diseases, we are seeing by prescribing squilla, their heart condition has improved because it can correct the lack of blood supply in the periphery blood vessels, so that even in cases of gangrene, where there is a less blood supply, so after prescribing squilla, even the surgeons were astonished to see the blood supply to the gangrene areas have improved, and the condition wound healing has improved. In some cases of side effects of polio vaccine, here what we have seen, on that basis, what we see here could be select this medicine, that is indigo. So particularly after the polio vaccine campaign, we started seeing the febrile convulsions. In febrile convulsions, we see there is a peculiar behavior. Parents used to say, see doctor, he is so active today. We know that definitely he gets the fever convulsion in 2 days. If you read indigo, he says the patient is very active before the attack. On that basis, after prescribing the indigo to the children who had the febrile convulsion after polio, even after increase of temperature to the 102, 103, there was no convulsions. Whereas before prescribing this, even by the temperature of 100 degree Fahrenheit, the child used to get the convulsion. Selenium. Of course, of late March, the selenium is worse by sun heat, better as sun declines, helps. This is the statement what we see here in selenium. Particularly the exams take place in summer. So the students are unable to read during daytime, or they get fatigue. Because of the fatigue, they used to forget. But after prescribing this selenium on this basis, even in the hot sun, their fatigue improved, and also their memory improved after the selenium. And also in the singers, selenium has improved their singing in high pitch. The next is Rumex crispus. Particularly, this is helping in the people who work in AC office or AC car. One of my assistant who had not traveled in AC car for the past 30 years, after prescribing Rumex, she could travel comfortably in AC cars. The basis for prescribing Rumex is, if you read its modality, he says sudden change of temperature. In AC, they'll be in cool weather. Suddenly they go outside, the temperature increases, or sometimes they come inside. So sudden changes of AC was affecting them. After prescribing Rumex, the people who has the aversion to, or rather the discomfort in the AC, could travel comfortably in AC vehicles from cool air inhale. Onasmodium. Of course, if you read this in Clark, Onasmodium, they say blurring from excess usage of eyes, mobile phone and computer. So this straining from reading or excess usage of mobile and computer, after prescribing Onasmodium, we could see that they are able to see the mobile and the blurring has reduced, and where they had to use the reading glasses could be delayed by prescribing Onasmodium. The other thing is this. You must have seen the children complain of thumb sucking, bed wetting, or the children hold the mother and sleep. Invariably in such conditions, if you inquire the mother, mother will be having tension. So that tension causes the impression of the tension, which is transferred to the fetus, made these children to behave like this. After seeing this, see, we know from the history, even Abhimanyu learned the Chakravyuha even he was in abdomen. Even Prahalada, when he was in the womb, he learned. So on that basis, we thought why we should not, there is an effect of the mother's tension on the womb. So we started prescribing opium on this. And not only this, see here, addiction to the mobile. In addiction to the mobile, we have prescribed morphinum to, and saw that there is a tremendous improvement in removing the addiction regarding the mobile, because in some children with the addiction of mobile, like the addiction of the drug, they started telling lies, they started stealing the mobile from their parents. So on that behavior, we thought why we should not prescribe morphinum here also. After prescribing morphinum, we found that opium or morphinum could be remove the thumb sucking, bedwetting, unsecured feeling in children, and also in mobile addiction. This we have prescribed on the basis of doctrine of signature. Though this will not form the web. This belongs to the spider group, but it is very silky. Though it has not, though it don't construct the web, in some cases of silk allergy, where the patient patients get the allergy from wearing silk sarees. Silk is this thing which is formed by the saliva of a worm. Here in where the spider also owns its web from its saliva. So on that basis, we thought why we should not prescribe the medicine made from spider, and saw that the silk allergy could be removed. And in the other, on the basis of natural order of the plant. This will be more useful when I speak. Kitchen and grocery shop, of course. This is done for some other thing. See, paper allergy, as I told you, Avina sativa could be corrected. And the natural order, as we have seen many times, there is a case of fever where the patient had rang me up in the midnight. Usually we develop these methods when the patient rings us up from a distance, where they are staying in remote places and where we could not, they could not get the medicine. In case of a high fever, I had to give belladonna. Belladonna and brinjal belongs to the same group. Belladonna, tomato belongs to the same group. Belladonna, dulcamara, Solanum nigrum, all these things belongs to the same group, capsicum. So when they are similar group, I ask them to make a small pieces of the brinjal, add few drops of water and crush it well, add 1 drop of that water in half liter of water, shake it well, and start giving 1 sip every 10 minutes. In 1 hour, temperature reduced as we use belladonna in cases of high fever. So same brinjal allergy. Brinjal allergy also could be corrected with Solanum nigrum, because both belongs to the same group. Or even said many times, even belladonna or capsicum can correct the brinjal allergy in one case of a severe acidity and acid reflux as well as stomatitis, could be corrected with Solanum nigrum. As I told you, ladies' finger allergy could be corrected with Gossypium. Curled leucorrhea. See, usually curled leucorrhea is an indication of candidiasis, which is a fungal infection. So when the fungal infection can be tackled with fungus itself. So in some cases, like Ustilago or Cecalcar or penicillin, these things will help in removing the fungal infection as well as reducing the leukorrhea. So prescribed on the basis of similar group, what we see is the patients. On the basis of doctrine of signature, we have seen in cases of meningitis, in one case of meningitis, where the patient had come inside and started touching everything in my room, but without disturbing it. So we could see a dog while moving on its street, it keep on sniffing everything, but it will not disturb it. On that, I could see the similar behavior in the patient. On that basis, after prescribing lac-caninum, I could see the improvement where the patient has lost his speech after meningitis, could be corrected with lac-caninum. And in some children, there is a falling tendency. That is because mind works faster, body will not coordinate with it. So this lack of coordination between body and mind make those children to fall. And in some cases, there is a stammering because they get one thought here, but while expressing, body will not cooperate. In such cases, we are seeing that by prescribing lac-caninum, even stammering could be corrected. And children, particularly small children, where the parents complain that they keep on falling. That is because mind works faster and they fall forward. So that could be corrected with the lac-caninum. And in some cases, sometimes they say, you go to left, they say, but they will be showing right. Then they realize, oh, it is to be said that right or left. Each time they make the same mistake. That non-coordination also could be corrected with lac-caninum. And in some cases of children where there is a spite, if you see the APs, it's very spiteful. If you irritate it, it will not allow you, even if you go underwater. It will be just flying above your head, and the moment you come out, it will sting. So that spite, where we could see in the children, could be corrected with Apis mellifica on the basis of doctrine of signature. Here, there is one more. No one had thought that the bladder can be corrected in leukoderma cases. Here you see, there is a white cockroach which get converted to the brown after the development of the keratin. In such cases, the melanin pigment where you don't get in the leukoderma cases where the whole body is albuminous, after prescribing Blata, in many cases we have seen they have developed the melanin pigment. Prescribed on the basis of doctrine of nature. Same way the cuprum in leukoderma, where it looks similar brownish patch. And majority of the cases we are seeing after prescribing cuprum metallicum, the brown pigments have developed in the white patches and it has completely cleared the white patch. Lecithin in cataract. Lecithin is also used as doctrine of signature in case of cataract because the protein, see now, here in the left half of my video, there is transparent yolk, whereas when it is heated, it becomes opaque. Say the protein of this and the lens is same. So when the lens, the protein arrangement gets disturbed, it becomes opaque. So I thought why we should not prescribe lecithin in cases, in the beginning cases of cataract, we could see that the cataract could be corrected on the basis, prescribed on the basis of doctrine of signature. Sticta in psoriasis. You must be surprised to see that Sticta helps in psoriasis. I will tell you how it is. Sticta is a lichen. You must have seen the lichen growing on the stones. See the similarity with the psoriasis here and the lichen on the stone. So the Sticta belongs to the same group as that of the lichen. I thought why we should not prescribe the Sticta and see. After prescribing Sticta, the patches have come down and patient could get rid of the psoriasis. As I told you, spiders in silk allergy, where because both webs binds the web by the saliva. So same way, the people who has the silk allergy could be corrected with the medicine made from spider. And the other thing is, in one case of there's an orange craving in the off season of a pregnant lady, could be corrected with Theridion, because Theridion lives on the orange plants. So it is an orange spider. We thought, let me see whether how the Theridion works. So for my thinking, when I prescribed on this basis, the lady could get rid of the orange craving. In Helix tosta, the slowness, we have seen the slowness in this. The children who are very slow in their activities, even eating, walking, bathing, everything will be slow. In such conditions, we have seen after prescribing the medicine made from Helix tosta, their activity has improved. In one case, where the husband was a real estate agent, one who has to be very active, was very sluggish. So he could not do his business. After prescribing Helix tosta, he became active and improved his business. Same way, because of this, on this basis, we have seen the sluggish motility of the sperms could be improved with Helix tosta. Cobalt, as I told you, in case of, on the basis of laboratory investigations, Calcarea ars, if you read, where there is more of albumin and where there is more of RBC in the urine, we are seeing that terebinthina and more of pus cells and epithelial cells, both acid mur and thuja is helping. Prescribed on the basis of this details in the laboratory investigation. Galanthus has the capacity to correct the mitral regurgitations, which you get from the, if you read the boric, you get this information. On that basis, we are seeing by prescribing Galanthus, after doing echocardiogram, we could see that the mitral regurgitations has reduced. Penicillin in frequent urinary tract infection and increased ASLO and urtic rashes from allergy, because if there is an allergy penicillin, you will see even it goes up to the anaphylactic shock with the edematous conditions. So where the increased ASLO, where the allopathic doctors prescribe the Penidur, which is a penicillin, but with our penicillin, we could release the patient from taking Penidur, and within 2-3 months, we have seen ASLO has come to the normalcy within 200. And rashes also could be corrected with penicillin. And usually we know the frequent urinary tract infection happens in the many cases, and usually when there is a STD in allopathy system of medicine, they prescribe penicillin. So on that basis, we thought why we should not prescribe penicillin in frequent urinary tract infections, and found they could be permanently relieved of the frequent urinary tract infection. As I told you, in post-herpetic neuralgia, Melilotus could help in removing the neuralgia, where we picked up from what the other system of medicines prescribe. Empirical methods. That means whatever olden people used to do when there was a problem. On that basis also, we could pick up some of the medicines. And sometimes after the delivery, there will be mania or the depression, and where in colloquial language, they call it as sunny. There will be an odd behavior. And when I inquired with our grandparents, They used to say, in our time, they used to bring the crab, bake the crab, squeeze it, make the patient to drink that juice, and used to tie the crab precipitate over the head overnight, which used to relieve the patient's odd behavior. On that basis, but we cannot prescribe this to the present situation. So we thought Limulus and the Homarus belongs to the same group. Why we should not prescribe on that basis of what information we had from the empirical method. On that basis, after prescribing as Limulus and Homarus, we could see there was a gradual improvement, but finally the patient could get rid of it. The other thing is Ficalis, bowel nose. In case of pedal edema, non-pitting pedal edema, where earlier they used to collect the dried human shit, filter 200, 300 times in water, and they used to make the patient to drink that water after filtering 200, 300 times, which also we cannot do it, but we have a bowel nosor called as Ficalis. Of course, many assistant doctors who are working with me have seen after prescribing Ficalis, the swelling of the leg has come down like elephant. The swelling, which was like an elephantiasis, could reduce in its size and finally get rid of it. Seneca. In case of eye operations, we have seen Seneca, I have already told, in eye problem where they were prescribed on the basis of the unabsorbed fragments of lenses. But now, though the method of preparation is different, after prescribing Seneca, we could see the same clearance in their vision, basing on their discomfort. In Aconite and Azarum europum, we are seeing the surgery. After the surgery, patients feel the discomfort. Immediately after the surgery, or if something falls into their eyes while traveling in the vehicle, some insects or some dust strike their eyes and go, but the discomfort persists. In such cases, we are seeing after prescribing Aconite, acute, which is just then happened, or even immediately after the surgery, Aconite will help. In some cases, where the discomfort persists even for 2 to 3 months after surgery, so those discomforts get cleared with Azarum europum. So I thank you all for giving me a chance to share my experience and also having a patient's hearing. Thank you very much.
Sir, we shall take up the question and answer session now.
Yeah, sure. 1 minute. Can they ask or you will type and send it?
So they're already typed in the chat box. We'll just read out those questions.
Will do.
Okay, sir. Hiranmai.
Hi. Sir, one person has asked about the potency, sir. What potency prescribing?
See, usually I prescribe 1M. There is a fear about the potency because if you read posology, this is the usual question I get in every session. If you read Stuart Laws, he says, higher the pathology, lower the potency. And lower the pathology, higher the potency. That means our concept of disease is not any materia peccans. It is the disturbed functioning of the vital force, which is extended to the body, material level. When the disturbance is in the vital force level, When that disturbance is extended, it comes to the material level. And prescribing the higher pathology, lower the potency means you are coming towards the mother tincture level. That means towards the material level. So Stuart law says you match the frequency with the material level where there is a disturbance. But my concept is, even in the material level, the disturbance is due to the disturbed maintenance of the vital force. So even if you give higher potency, you are reaching more towards the vital force. When the vital force disturbance get corrected, don't you think automatically the physical level also should get corrected? So I give 1M.
Can we go to the next question, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, Dr. Smitha is asking about how about Helix-Tosta in hypothyroid patients?
Helix-Tosta hypothyroid is the behavior is due to the hypothyroidism where there is a sluggishness. In Helix-Tosta, basically they are sluggish, not due to any disease condition. Even if you have that idea, you can prescribe and see if there may be an improvement. That is why I said you may get new ideas also. Why not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, how about in coconut allergies? Somebody has allergy from coconuts. What remedy should be given?
In one thing I tell you, in such conditions, many times we don't get the material. Earlier, what you used to see in Tamil Nadu, they get some gets the drumstick allergy. But in drumstick allergy, we don't have the medicine made from the Moringaceae family. I told them, make a small piece of that drumstick, add water and crush it well. Add 1 drop of that water in ½ liter of water, shake it well. You get millesmal potency. Keep taking 1 sip every 2 hours for 2 days and allow 1 week gap and then take more drumstick and let me know. So that which can cure. So in such conditions where there is a coconut problem, or you can take the medicine made from the Pomaceae family, or you can prepare the medicine from the material which has the allergy there itself and prepare and get rid of your allergy. As you have seen in many cases where we had prepared the medicine from the one case where there was a sudden allergy after taking papaya, severe abdomen pain. I asked them any piece of papaya is left over. I asked them to do the same preparation in the same way, and she took 2 sips every 10 minutes. Within 2 sips, she could get rid of the abdomen pain completely. So which can cure. So when the same thing, when it is diluted and taken, you can see the wonder that it clears your problem. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. Sir, about stretch marks, sir. They are asking about stretch marks. After pregnancy, how can it be corrected?
Yes. What is stretch mark? Is a fibrous tissue. We have the medicine which clears the fibrous tissue. I think, do you remember the medicine made from the mustard oil? Do you know?
Yes.
Mustard oil, the medicine made from the mustard oil is thiacinamide. If you read the thiacinamide in boric, you will understand that fibrous tissues can be dissolved. On that basis, many times, even the bundle block could be corrected by thiacinamide because it happens due to the fibrosis inside the heart.
Okay. Okay, sir. Sir, Dr. Bhaskar is asking about medicines for post-COVID mycosis.
See, very simple. They say that it is due to the COVID mycosis, but even the fungus cannot come and settle unless your body is favorable for them to settle. So fungus mycosis, even your penicillin, your Ustilago, your Cicalcar, and even your Antim crude has the capacity to correct these things, to clear the fungus condition. And in another case where there is a clot, we could see that if you read verbena in boric, it has the capacity to dissolve the clot. That is why many times even the intraocular hemorrhage, cerebral hemorrhage, and clot in the heart could be corrected. Even in the clot in the ocular vessels could be corrected with verbena. You read verbena in boric, you will understand that.
Okay, sir.
Anything else?
How about B. coli in UTI, sir? E. coli. You told about penicillin, sir. So they are asking how about E. coli in UTI complaints?
E. coli, these infection tendency is mainly due to the psychotic miasm, which allow these things to come and settle. So your thuja, medornum, penicillin, these things will clear depending upon the patient's symptom. So that is why you understand the chronic disease also. The chronic disease, to understand chronic disease, first read Allen, then the Sarkar, chronic disease in Sarkar, then read Hahnemann. You will understand, and you will understand where to strike also.
Okay, sir. Sir, many are asking about the repetition of medicines after selection of potency.
After selection of the potency, it depends upon the patient also. If the patient is feeling better, you can wait for 2 to 3 weeks and then repeat, or even many times you can wait for 4 weeks also. And if the patient come back with mild symptoms or with different symptoms, either you have to repeat the medicine or you have to change the medicine depending upon the symptoms they have. It depends on each patient's recurrence.
Okay, sir. Sir, Dr. Sunita is asking about how to approach tinnitus if the selected medicine is not responding. Any other hint?
See, if you read, that's why I tell, do the repertorization, you will get the different types of tinnitus, one. And also understand the pathology behind that. Tinnitus is an indication of weakness in the auditory nerve. So as the weakness starts, you will get the tinnitus, and also you try to understand why that weakness is there. As we have seen in most of the cases, the tinnitus and even hard of hearing are due to the excessive antibiotics or any debilitating fever, and also if there is a family history of loss of hearing. In such cases, we are seeing when there is a tinnitus and the loss of hearing, which is progressing towards the loss of hearing, our chloromycetin is helping, because when the typhoid find the chloromycetin for the typhoid, they found that the side effects of that chloromycetin was hard of hearing. On that basis, we thought why we should not give chloromycetin and see. And we have seen after prescribing chloromycetin, their hearing also started and also the tinnitus has come down.
Okay, sir.
And when there is a family history of loss of hearing and tinnitus, it is a tubercular miasm causes that. Whether it is both left side or right side. If you read Viscum album, he says more towards the left. If you read Califas, both side. And if you read Lycopodium, it is more towards the right. Like that, where it started also is more important. Don't just keep in mind that it is only tinnitus. See also side, which side is the problem, whether it has extended to the other side or not. These details also give us the clue for the selection of our medicine.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, one more question. How about in case of COVID, where there is a lot of congestion, COVID, pneumonia cases and all, how to handle, how one doctor is asked about it.
Of course, now I am releasing one video also as how to go through these present day situation. And in many cases where there is congestion in the chest, if you read Murphy, Lomatum dissectum, which is made from the Indian carrot. In 1918, when there was a pandemic of influenza, many started dying as we are dying now. But in one colony of America, Osho colony, there was not even a single case of death as well as the influenza. One MD doctor by Ernest Krebs, who has studied that area and said they were all taking the carrot boiled juice, which had made them to develop the resistance towards such lung infections. Why can't we use it now also? We can make the patient to drink a small tumbler of water boiled, carrot boiled water, so that it reduces and also prevents the progress of the lung infection. The other thing what we are seeing is the ground glass appearance of the lungs. That means the lung tissue is consolidating. If you read the Chelidonium, he says Chelidonium has the tendency to correct the hepatization of lungs. That means solid formation of the lungs could be corrected by Chelidonium. And we are seeing after prescribing Chelidonium, their congestion is coming down. And not only that, in the beginning, if we study the cases, in one case, there were 23 members, joint family, only 8 are positive and remaining are negative. Those who are all staying together in the same building. In another case, husband is positive, wife is negative, or vice versa. Or in the case of 8 members, only 2 are positive, remaining 6 are negative. If this virus is to affect everyone, as we know that any virus or any bacteria cannot affect anyone unless their immunity is less. Their immunity is becoming less because it is affecting the respiratory problem. There is the tendency, the tubercular miasm is more active. So in such conditions, we have seen where there is an immunity is less by prescribing the Rustox, because Rustox has the capacity to correct dengue, has the capacity to correct herpes, has the capacity to correct influenza, has the capacity to correct chickenpox, which are all viral infections. When we bring the resistance in the body itself, any amount of virus or the same virus or the mutated virus on entering your body, it cannot become active. So the Rustox and the tuberculum, what we are seeing of prescribing, the people are negative in spite of working with the COVID patients. Why we should not do that?
Yes, sir. Sir, one more question.
Yes.
About macular degeneration, how to go about any suggestions?
First, what made them to go to the doctor is more important. In macular degenerations, it is usually the tubercular miasm which causes the degeneration. Even in macular degeneration, finally it is a syphilitic miasm which destroys. And even in such macular degenerations, you ask them what made them to go to the doctor at the first visit. From there, you trace what is the sequence. On that sequence, you get the symptoms. On that basis, you can prescribe the medicine. That's one thing. You read, I think I have, there is a book called as Miracles of Healing by Ellis Barker. It must be in your library, government hospital, government college library. Go through that. You will get many clues to correct. And on that basis, we are treating many cases where the macular degeneration, macular edema, and even the proliferative diabetic retinopathy. In cases of proliferative diabetic retinopathy, we are seeing podophyllum 30, lower potency, is improving the excess formation, clearing the excess formation of the blood vessels, because the podophyllum has the capacity to correct the hemangioma. When it has hemangioma, is nothing but the tumor of the blood vessels. That is the excess unpurposeful formation of the blood vessels. When that is the thing, we thought why we should not try podophyllum 30 even in case of proliferative diabetic retinopathy. After prescribing podophyllum, we are seeing that the proliferation has come down and the excess proliferated blood vessels also got cleared and came back to the normalcy.
Okay, sir. Sir, one person is asking about how to go about asthmatic cases in pediatric age group. Any hints?
For anything, don't keep in mind the name. First, see what are the symptoms they have. Once it so happened, one of my assistant doctor's mother had come. After coming, she said, my mother has come here. She has severe wheezing. One seeing there, we could see that the mother could, she was sitting on the chair, keeping her head down on the table. And she said, always she sleeps like this when there is attack. That one symptom was sufficient. After prescribing Calicarb, so far no wheezing. So these peculiarities of the drug and also their peculiar behavior during such conditions also will help. And apart from that, you must, as I told you, you must always take the duration, location, sensation, modality, concomitants, and causation. These things will help you to prescribe. Don't keep in mind that, oh, this is an asthma case, this is the diabetic case. I keep telling, because they write known diabetic, but we write diabetic known due to. What made them to notice their diabetic is more important. Patient will not go to the doctor with the name of the diabetes, but after going there, because their wound is not healing, the one notices their diabetes, another notices because there is a sudden loss of weight, another notices due to the sudden increase in urination, or one may notice due to the sudden prurital vulva. So when that is the thing, what made them to notice is more important than the word